my pleasure to introduce our keynote speakers, our 6 student panelists. Wait till you hear them talk, they're amazing. Let's begin by learning about our first panelist, Michael Robles.
Hello, my name is Michael, and I am a 5th grader at Lakeview Elementary School, and my favorite subject in school is art.
Michael Robles is steadfast, has a servant's heart, and is always eager to chat about big life questions that most 10-year-olds don't ask until much later in life. He is the first one offering help to a classmate and will not stop at recess until he finds a teacher who needs their library tidied and pencils sharpened. Commented by his 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Riggio, Michael flourished once he knew he was embraced just as he was. He began to bloom in a way that strengthened his weaknesses and began the process of overcoming the obstacles that were in his way of success.
Please join me in welcoming Michael to the stage. Our next panelist is Ariel Suh. Let's learn a little bit about her.
Hi, my name is Ariel Suh. This year, I'm going to be an upcoming 5th grader at Bryant Ranch Elementary School. When I am older, I hope to get into UCLA to go to college.
Ariel is a shining example of what Bryant Ranch represents. She's kind, respectful, and responsible. She approaches her academic work with incredible dedication and participates in school activities such as student leaders, garden club, and the school play. Ariel is also involved in gymnastics and skis frequently. Ariel's ability to excel in her studies while supporting her peers and contributing to the school community is truly remarkable.
Please join me in welcoming Ariel to the stage. Let's learn more about our 3rd panelist, Daniel Juarez.
Hi, I'm Daniel Juarez. I'm an upcoming 9th grader at Valencia High School, and I attended Valadez Middle School Academy and Merrill's Elementary School. I hope to attend Stanford University and become a psychiatrist.
Daniel Juarez is a recently promoted 8th grader from Valadez Middle School Academy. He is a student who truly encompasses what it means to be an eagle who soars. This past year, he served as ASB president, was an avid standout scholar, and was recognized with multiple Distinguished Scholar Awards in his 3 years at Valadez.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Juarez. Our next panelist is Mia Nelms. Let's learn a little bit about her.
Hi, my name is Mia Nelms, and I'm going into 8th grade at Yorba Middle School. I went to Rose Drive Elementary and would love to attend Harvard to become a teacher.
Mia Nelms is an exceptional student. She is actively involved in school through National Junior Honor Society, Bobcat TV, and the Unified Art Program. She consistently demonstrates her leadership skills and dedication to community service. She is well-rounded and exemplifies excellent character.
Please join me in welcoming Mia to the stage. Our next panelist is Cesar Mora. Let's learn a little bit more about him.
Hello, my name is Cesar Mora, and I'm going to be a senior at Valencia High School. Prior to Valencia, I attended Yorba in the middle school, and before that, I went to Maple Payne. I hope to go to UCLA to become a special education teacher.
Cesar Mora is in both the AVID program and the IB program at Valencia High School. He represents the best of two amazing programs on Valencia's campus. Cesar is heavily involved in Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Orange County. He was speaker at their forum in the spring, and he serves as president of the club on campus. Cesar is the type of student that everyone relies on, whether it's a teacher, a fellow classmate, or his counselor. He's just good people and is always doing the right thing, even when no one is watching.
Please join me in welcoming Cesar to the stage. Our final panelist is Emma Safari. Let's learn a little bit more about her.
Hi, my name is Emma Safari, and I'm an incoming freshman at the University of California, Irvine. Previously, I've attended Yorba High School for my high school and Oak Ridge Private School for my middle school. This coming fall, I'm very excited to be pursuing my passion of psychology. Thank you. Have a great day.
Emma Safari, a proud graduate of the class of 2024 at Yorba High School, embodies the spirit of a true Mustang. Throughout her high school journey, Emma excelled in her honors and AP classes and demonstrated exceptional leadership as a key member of our swim team and link crew. Her dedication extended beyond academics and sports, as she volunteered with impactful organizations such as Moms Against Poverty and Dreamcatchers. Emma will continue her academic journey at UCI this fall, studying psychology.
Please join me in welcoming Emma to the stage. All right, so I want to start by thanking our student panelists for waking up early, even though it's still summer, joining us today. This is their second time doing this, and I think it's somehow even a little more crowded, but we're gonna be okay? All right, so let's begin with a speed round question that everyone's gonna answer, starting with Emma. Please share what teachers do to support your success in the classroom.
So over the years, teachers have most directly supported my success when they've expressed genuine compassion and empathy towards my feelings and what's going on outside of the classroom, right? So a lot of the time, I know as teachers, it's so difficult when students are like, hey, I really just need that extension until tomorrow or the week after, right? And a lot of the time, yes, it's because they're just lazy and they don't want to do it, right? But no, it means the absolute world when there's so much going on that's not surface level, and our teachers are able to grant us that said extension. It's a saving grace, and truly it takes off some stress that we're dealing with, and it lets us focus on what's actually important. And I'm not saying that your assignments are not important, guys, I promise, but sometimes it's just that deadline is not our top priority at the moment.
All right, Cesar.
From my experience, teachers that best support my success identify the individual needs of the classroom and the students. Sometimes I wonder why the same teacher does different things with different periods, but now I realize that they were doing that to support the individual needs of those students. And in elementary school, my younger sister, when she has the same teacher I had, I wonder how come I didn't get to do that cool assignment, but it's okay.
I think for me, teachers that genuinely want to get to know you as a person, you're able to have a better connection with them. And one experience I was really touched by is Mrs. Lindsay Smith. She really helped me throughout last year, and she just wanted to get to know me as a person, and she didn't just care about the assignments I turned in, and she cared about like how I was doing that day or how soccer was going. So I think that is a really important thing.
Teachers can help support our success by being open and available. By being open, it sets students to be comfortable with every teacher, that it's just not another person just telling them what to do every other day, but that they get to make a friend or someone to really have fun with, just make memories. And with being available just like helps them if they're struggling or if they need anything, that you're there. and they know that they can rely on you.
Teachers help me with my success. Teachers help me with my success by noticing what I have trouble with, and then later, they help me through my mistakes and tell me what I did wrong so that I don't make it again.
My teachers support my success by making things not boring and to make it into a game.
All right. Now that we're all warmed up, our first individual question is for Michael. Are you ready, Michael?
Yeah.
All right. Please share about a time when a teacher made a big difference in your life.
When I was younger, we had this one assignment in class, and it was an art assignment, but I was drawing when I wasn't supposed to. I'm sure all of you have done that. At least 3 times. But anyway, when I wasn't supposed to, I showed it to the teacher, and instead of getting in trouble, she liked it a lot. And that gave me confidence to be a good artist.
All right.
And I want to thank that teacher.
Thank you, Michael. Our next question is for Daniel. Please share about an experience where a teacher went above and beyond to grow your abilities.
Well, the teacher I want to shout out right now is Mrs. Pauling. This past year, she has helped me really cultivate my abilities to be a leader. It's really helped me stand out more and just have more fun this past year. I've tried a bit of everything. I've had fun. Without joining ASB, I don't know what I would have done. It probably would have just been another boring year. But being in ASB has showed me that I can have fun while doing many other things, but I should know how to organize it. I think she said it was organized chaos. But she has really changed the way how I see things and how things run now. And I hope to continue to be that same person I was last year.
All right, let's do another speed round question, again, starting with Emma. Please share what qualities your favorite teachers demonstrate.
My favorite teachers demonstrate patience and passion, right? So I also work with kids on a daily basis. I teach them how to swim. So they are massive drowning hazards, guys. But I know it's not to the extent that you do. You guys are the future you guys are the educators of the future, and the most respect to all of you. I don't know how you put up with the tweens and teens of these days, right? We think we know everything, we don't. We think we're always right, we're not, right? But so the patience that you have for these kids long term, I know it's not appreciated and they don't show it, but over time when they do come to terms with the fact that they always have somebody behind them, always supporting them regardless of what's going on, it shows them that they do have a support system. And over time, they learn how to value you as not only their teacher, but also a person. So I truly think patience is a total virtue, and practicing patience is one of the most important things that you can do as a teacher. And then I also think passion is self-explanatory. It makes the world of a difference when a teacher is truly passionate about what they teach. I've sat in so many classes where my fantastic teachers were so passionate about teaching me and the rest of the kids that they didn't mind when we would chatter away or when we weren't exactly paying the most attention. So, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Teachers that stand out to me are very personable. They're willing to build personal relationships with their students to better support them. They also have a lot of passion for the subject, and they share that passion with their students. For example, Mr. Rao, Every time he wants to talk about Gabriel D'Annunzio, I'm always really excited to learn more about history.
I think my favorite teachers demonstrate both kindness and discipline, and when I think about this, I think of Mr. Homestad, because when you're going into his class, you know you're gonna get things done, but you're still gonna have fun doing it, and I think he just does a really great job of being kind to his students, but also telling you that you need to get your work done.
Some qualities my favorite teachers demonstrate is empathy and kindness. They both go hand in hand, but I feel like empathy is just something strong that like a bond you could build with your students, that they know that you've been in their position once, that they know that you've struggled before, and that they may know that you're an actual person too. You're just, like I said before, you're not just a teacher, you're not just someone teaching them. And then kindness goes with it so that they know that how generous and kind you can be, and that they know they're comfortable, that they know that they're safe around you and they can trust you.
Some qualities my favorite teachers demonstrate are kindness and creativity. Kindness, because if I make a mistake, they say it's okay, and keep encouraging me to try again. And creativity, because they can come up with fun rewards or games that can help stimulate the mind.
There are many qualities that my favorite teachers demonstrate, but if I said all of them, this presentation would be going on forever. But that's why I'll only say two. The two most important qualities they demonstrate are kindness, because they'll help me with a lot of things I don't know, and they have patience, something not many teachers have.
All right, thank you, Michael. Kindness and patience. All right, I think they're working on it right now. Good. All right, we're coming to Caesar. Please describe when a teacher's belief in your abilities motivated you to exceed your expectations for yourself.
So thinking about effective teachers, I remember my second grade teacher, Miss Lyman, whose energetic ways and high spirits motivated me to do well in my early years at Maple Plain. Then at Yorba Middle, Miss Pajola's efforts to engage and connect with students while teaching Spanish online pushed me to learn during unprecedented times. And by the way, I saw on the Yorba Linda Instagram that she just completed 30 years of teaching in our district.
30 years.
Entering Valencia High School, I was eager for new experiences and excited to continue in the AVID program. Here, I met my freshman AVID teacher, someone who from the first day made clear that he was willing to go above and beyond for us, and that he saw us where we were at and where we could be, Mr. Henry. Mr. Henry is a teacher who goes beyond teaching content. He regularly meets with students like me to provide academic guidance and opportunities for growth. When I was thinking about what the next 3 years of my high school education would look like, which is difficult because at Valencia there are so many educational opportunities, I was overwhelmed. But because of Mr. Henry's prior belief in my abilities to do whatever I thought I could, I knew that whatever path I took, I could be successful. Therefore, when I decided to share with him that I was interested in taking higher level courses, such as those offered by the International Baccalaureate program, he did not hesitate to make clear that he believed in my abilities to be successful. When there were so many easier paths ahead of me, Mr. Henry empowered me to look a new direction, push my limits, and take a really big step out of my comfort zone. I'm really happy that I'm now working towards the IB diploma, and since then, many other teachers continue to support my educational journey. At Valencia, teachers find ways to support students through their learning, such as Ms. Harnett and Mr. Lee, two amazing AVID teachers who go above and beyond for the students and have provided me with the avid skills and avid experiences I need to be successful in a rigorous program like the IB and be prepared for my future. I must also note the IB teachers at Valencia, who are tasked with teaching college-level curriculum, prove every day to be masters of nurturing students' talent and supporting everyone's individual educational endeavors. For example, Mr. Rao, my IB History of the Americas teacher, has always been incredibly supportive of me and my peers and creates a comfortable classroom environment where students like myself are excited to learn and contribute in seminars. And Ms. Kuchwara, my zero-period IB language arts teacher, has a gift of making this discussion of literary devices fun, while at the same time making you forget how tired you are and that you still need to eat breakfast. And Mr. Chung, the IB Theory of Knowledge teacher, he empowers us every day to challenge our perspectives, think about our thinking, and make the realization that we are capable of exploring the world and making an impact. So from my experiences in PYLUSD, I've learned that nurturing students' talent starts with getting to know the student. I would not be here today if it hadn't been for Mr. Henry and all the other amazing teachers I've had who have taken the time to get to know me and then connect me to the lessons and discussions and then empower me to do more with my learning.
Thank you. All right, Ariel, we're coming to you. Are you ready? Yeah. All right. Please share a time when a teacher's excitement about their subject made you really interested in it too.
So for this question, I'm going to take my 4th grade teacher, Miss Cunningham, into example. Miss Cunningham had a more excited tone in her voice about math, which made me like actually want to learn it, and it was more fun than the other subjects.
All right. Got excitement about math. All right, time for our final speed round question. Again, starting with Emma. Please share what type of classroom activities you enjoy and find most engaging.
So my favorite classroom activities are the peer-related activities. In particular, one, shout out to my AP Lang class, it was called speed dating. So I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with speed dating. Yes, no, maybe so.
Show of hands, who's familiar with speed dating at work?
Guys.
Dr. Gates is here. I have concerns.
That's okay.
Let's expand on that.
Okay. So speed dating is when the classroom is split in half. So there's 2 rings of desks, an inner ring and an outer ring. Half the class is on the inner ring, half the class is on the outer ring. And the teacher provides a multitude of different questions that students are tasked with answering, right? So every time a student gets a different question, they move partners. And this allows students to explore different opinions, different views, and different ideas on the same sort of questions that might not previously have been in their minds, right? So I really, really love speed dating and anything that really, hey, don't laugh.
They're not booing you, at least. It's okay.
Okay, I think this is the cue to move on.
So you enjoy it because you could hear other perspectives from other students.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy unstructured seminars and opportunities to share my opinion and hear the opinions of others. If you're familiar with any parliamentary procedures, this might sound to you like an unmoderated caucus, and it really is. So I know turning students loose and letting them talk amongst themselves might sound like a teacher's nightmare, but it really is a great opportunity for me to get to hear other ideas and perspectives and further my learning.
I really enjoy and I find that I'm most engaged when I'm doing tasks that are hard for me and that I actually have to put a lot of thought into. Because if I'm doing an assignment that's too easy for me or that I can just fly through, I find that I'm not learning as much and it's not helping me as much. So I really enjoy assignments and I'm most engaged when I'm challenged.
A classroom, and a classroom activity that I find most engaging is AB partners. Usually you have like a table with 2 pairs, but AB partners is just having someone right next to you if you need help or if you just want to do an assignment. But you also have the whole table just in case if you're like doing a group assignment, but you know you have that person next to you to help you. You just have them, you know you can rely on them when you need them.
Some classroom activities I find most engaging are group work and games. Group work because you can work with multiple different people to make the best idea, and games because I'm very competitive. So for me, it stimulates my mind to win the game, but answer the question so that I can win the game.
Some classroom activities I find most engaging, but mostly, enjoyable. Anyway, I like to do art contests with my friends, or to make it even harder, 1-minute art contests. And me and a group of people I don't even know just play a lot of games. I'd like to shout out my teacher, Mrs. Lester, for making many fun and enjoyable games. Because from a game of using shapes or squares to make something, or coloring in numbers, she makes very good classroom games. And I liked it a lot about her.
All right. Keep those activities interesting, everybody. The next question is for Mia. Please share about a teacher who saw something in you that you hadn't yet recognized in yourself.
So when you say potential, I think straight to Mr. Lin. Mr. Lin really, I do think he changed my life. I remember going into his classroom in 6th grade. It was the first day of 6th grade. I'm really nervous because I want to make all these friends. I'm still relatively new. And I remember going in there and he gave this culture lesson and I was so confused. I was like, we're in a math class, why aren't we doing math? And he did a culture lesson and he taught us that we should be good people. And before he even starts the math, he just shows us that we genuinely need to care about others and that we need to have integrity. And he teaches us all these things. And I remember it was so he had been doing this for 2 years because I had him for 2 years. And I remember April of 7th grade, he gave me the opportunity to give a culture lesson like he does to a 6th grade class, and I was really nervous, but then I had noticed that what he had taught me, and I'm not scared of public speaking, but in front of younger kids, it's a little bit scary. So I did this culture lesson, and I was just talking to them about how they need to have integrity, as he had once told me, and as I was telling these kids, I think some of them were goofing off, some of them were paying attention, which is normal, but I do think that Mr. Lin really did make an impact in my life, so I'm able to talk about these things with others, and I'm just so grateful for Mr. Lin.
Thank you. All right, we're coming to our last question for Emma. Please share a moment when a teacher inspired you to pursue a particular path or goal.
Okay, this is my favorite question by far. So for those of you that don't know, Yorba High School offers a phenomenal AP Psych program, and the teacher in charge of it, Mr. Lloyd Walls, it's his baby. He's grown this thing, and he's beyond proud of the program. And so my junior year, when I, like everybody else in my grade, was wondering, what am I supposed to do with the rest of my life? How am I supposed to figure out what I want to do by the end of this year and start applying for college apps? He was able to answer my question. His class was so, I could go on and on about how amazing him and his class was, but for reference, he was so good at making interactive activities that drew kids in. For example, I remember our first semester we were learning about neurology and the study of the brain. So he comes to class one day with a full box of Play-Doh and says, "You have 2 weeks to complete an entire brain diagram, figure it out." And we did. By the end of those 2 weeks, each and every one of us knew exactly how to describe the functions of the brain, where everything was, and what everything looked like. Then towards the end of our year, he came up with the idea of having egg babies. We were going over the different learning and development stages in children, and so he had the bright idea of giving us teenagers an egg to babysit for a year, or for a week. Right, a year is a long time, but so we treated these eggs like our babies. We dressed them up. Mine looked like Mike Wazowski, and his name was Pegro Scrambles. And we kept him with us at all times. And at the end of the week, we had to write a 7-page report on the different stages and different developmental cycles. Again, all of us knew exactly what was going on. So aside from him making our class so immersive to the point where students actually wanted to come to class, and keep in mind, this was my 5th period class, so I had gone through my entire day, I was sweaty, I was tired, and I wanted to go home. But I looked forward to going to this class each and every day because I knew I would come out of it with new information in my mind. But outside of just the classroom, Mr. Walls has been beyond supportive of me. I remember my junior year was really rough. For those of you that know me, you know. But so during October, mid-October, I've had my driver's license for about a month and a half now. I was involved in a really bad car accident. My friend's car was totaled. We had to call the police. Ambulances came, and it was horrific. I remember on the drive home, I sat in silence with my dad, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I couldn't even respond. And for the next week, my dad had to drive me to school in the drop-off lane like I was a freshman again. It was horrible. Are you kidding? all my coolness had totally gone out the door. But and so one day I was really struggling. I came to class and it was 2nd period, and I walked into his class and I said, "Hey, like, I'm on the verge of tears." And he was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I was like, I just broke down. I was like, "This happened. I don't know why I'm here. I want to go home. All I want to do is cry." Without questions, he wrote me a note and he said, "Take it, stay here as long as you need." And so from that moment on, I looked up to him, literally, and he's 6'9", for those of you that don't know who Mr. Walls is. He's a really tall dude. But he's been such a mentor to me over these past few years, and he's somebody that I would truly love to become. He changes kids' lives on a daily basis like all of you do. You guys are so inspirational to so many of the kids that you teach, and sometimes you don't even realize it. So I don't know if we have any UCIers up in the house. It's hot. Yeah, it's hot, guys. But so when I did get into the school, he was the first person I told. I told him, "I'm gonna be a psychologist because of you, because you taught me so well, and I would love to be able to change someone's life, even if it's on a small scale, because you've inspired me so heavily and you've influenced me so heavily throughout these past few years. If I could be you for another child, for somebody that's struggling the way that I did, undoubtedly, that's what I want to do." And so now I'm beyond passionate about what I'm going to be studying for the upcoming years. And truly, I can say that Mr. Walls is the reason that I want to pursue what my future is going to be. So I wholeheartedly want to say thank you. I know he's not in the audience today, but thank you. And thank you to all of the other Yorba Linda teachers that have just been so kind and so supportive throughout my entire high school journey.
Thank you. Thank you. So I just want to take a moment and thank our entire student panel. They've done this twice now. Everybody, please stand up. Please stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, our student panelists, please thank them. We'll get your standing ovation.